All right. Hope you guys checked out our 2 videos we posted last week of the Sony and Microsoft conference. And what did you guys think of everything that happened after that? Scotty?
I know we didn't do a video for the Nintendo E3 conference, so we'll go over it really quickly. A lot of good stuff. I'm actually really excited for the Pokemon announcement that they made for the Nintendo Switch. They're actually going to develop a mainline Pokemon game for the Switch.
So, real quick, do you think we'll get that before we get Kingdom Hearts 3?
Probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3 no earlier than 2020. Regardless. Yeah, Mario Odyssey looks actually really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually really excited for it.
Yeah, I think going in, we all assumed that, all right, Nintendo's going to show like 2 things, and then they're going to spend like a half an hour showing Mario Odyssey. And what's cool is, like, obviously they had a new trailer for Odyssey at the very end of the treehouse, or the conference there.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards they did like a full like half hour, 45-minute long gameplay. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't put that in with the whole show, because they had all these other crazy announcements that I don't think anybody was really expecting.
I think this was the best presentation that Nintendo's had in years.
Yes,
because they kept it short, concise. It was trailer after trailer after trailer. They never do this. And Reggie comes out, talks for like a minute, 2 minutes at most. Here's the next game. It was just like, whoa, Nintendo, what are you doing? You're changing up the game here.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I watched like a Nintendo video and I felt the need to just look at my phone, because it's always boring. And I'm like, all right, I saw 2 minutes of this. I don't need to see 5 more of it. But yeah, with this, like, it was just like 2 to 3 minute trailers, and then boom, on to the next thing. And I was interested the entire time. So
Yeah.
they did a great job with that.
I agree. And also, E3 prediction, I was right. Metroid announcement. So awesome.
I was also right about the Pokemon announcement.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was like, yeah.
Where's the Donkey Kong, Milazzo?
Yeah.
Shut up.
No Donkey Kong.
No
Hey,
Donkey Kong.
I was a little upset about that, because no Donkey Kong, no Animal Crossing, but we're getting a remake of Pokken. Not a remake, but a port to the Switch. You know what I mean?
You guys heard that they're doing Animal Crossing on phones?
Are they really?
Yeah.
I want it on the Switch.
That's
I think that would be
dangerous.
the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
It's so dangerous.
It's gonna. I think they finally found what works for them mobily. Like, I know their run with Mario Run wasn't that hot, but Pokemon Go was such a hit, and everyone loves Animal Crossing. Bringing that to iOS and Android, it's gonna make a killing.
Yep.
Everyone wants to pay Tom Nook an outrageous amount of money for their mortgage.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll do microtransactions to be able to buy like certain furniture and all this other crap.
Or to be
make
able
your
to
house.
plant different fruit and stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Can I invite you guys over to my crib?
Yeah, and that'd be cool. Like if you were close to somebody or whatever, like you could just like hop in and visit their house. Or,
Oh,
Like
that'd
a
be
street-
great. Yeah,
like a
if
street
it-
pass.
either street pass or like just like a proximity. Like if you have your GPS on, you could just like, oh hey, you are next to this person. Do you want to go visit? And then you get like a little kickback. It's like, oh, here's a golden nugget or some nonsense.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed in Pokemon Go, they're actually trying. They're going to start that. If you walk past someone, if they're in the app, you can meet up with them and stuff like that. I just saw it on with the update. I don't know.
You
if
want to
saw
meet
it.
up behind that building?
Yeah, I mean it's going to turn into something like that. Let's hope not. But
All right, let's get back to E3. So yeah, like you said, Metroid Prime 4. Obviously, we didn't see. It's just a trailer. It was just hype trailer.
Just an announcement. That's it.
Yep, get you hyped. So,
and it is a new team that's working on it too. It's not the original.
That's true.
cool. I was excited for Kirby.
Oh yeah, Kirby. I forgot about that.
It looks gorgeous. Like obviously Nintendo, they put a lot of time into making their games look good, and it looks like a classic Kirby game, side scrolling. I've always been a huge fan of Kirby. That was one of the first games I had for the original Nintendo, and I've always loved Kirby since. So I'm excited for that. It'd be something that I'll definitely buy if I have a Switch at the time it comes out. So
Yeah, I loved the Kirby 4 and 64. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it was like one of the most fun Kirby games I ever played, and also the last Kirby game I ever played because I never owned anything past I had the GameCube for a very short time.
That's racist.
Yeah, and never had a Wii or Wii U, but since it's coming out for the Switch, and I actually have one, probably pick it up.
Yeah.
So just to kind of real quick go through what we have for the Switch coming out this year. We have Mario Rabbids Kingdom
plus
Battle.
Rabbids.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is
Yeah.
coming out in August.
I'm interested in that game. I don't know about you guys, but
It
I'll
looks
probably,
interesting.
I'll probably pick it up.
Everything about that game looks really cool, minus the rabbits.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that'd be, like, I wouldn't, like, not buy it because there's Rabbids in it, like, but, you know, it's kind of whatever. I mean, when they said it was going to be, like, an RPG, I didn't really expect it to be,
XCOM,
XCOM, like, strategy.
It's
Yeah.
XCOM Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
yeah, which is dope.
Yeah.
And then you add the rabbits. Then I'm just like, oh, that's a minus to it, but it still looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mario basically becomes Mega Man, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm all about that Mega Man.
yeah.
So we got that coming out this year, which is cool. We have Fire Emblem Warriors coming out this fall, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming out this fall also, and obviously Mario. So,
Yeah.
so they do have some games coming out. It's not as bare bones as I thought it was going to be for the Switch this year. So I'm glad. Like, obviously, I want Nintendo to succeed. I want them to be putting out some cool games, and we got some cool announcements for next year too. So, Yoshi, the new Yoshi game,
Oh yeah.
which kind of looks like Little Big Planet. Like,
That's what it seems like.
yeah. But it looks cool. It looks interesting. It's got like little cardboard like. It's not like. It looks similar to like the Yoshi yarn, but it's not
Yeah.
yarn.
Yeah, it's like they kept like the backgrounds that Yoshi's Yarn had, and then they just 3D Yoshi,
Yeah.
like normal. It's interesting.
Yeah, but it looks cute. I'm sure it'd be fun either
Mhm.
way. So, and then after the press conference, to have something for 3DS, they announced a Metroid game for the 3DS.
Yeah,
Samus Returns.
I wonder.
Did you see the gameplay of that?
No, actually, I didn't.
It looks like an original Metroid game with updated graphics. It looks nice. It looks like I think this is supposed to be like the spiritual successor of of Super Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to have a very similar feel. And the couple people that I heard that did interviews that had played the game said, you know, that was one of the games at E3 that they just didn't want to stop playing. Like, they said it was really great, and that's coming out in September.
Yeah, and that's what people want. They're doing the same thing that Sonic's doing with the new Sonic game, where it's updated graphics and it looks just like the old Sega Sonics.
Is it updated graphics?
Yeah.
Because it still looks like 16-bit or whatever.
Well, it's not as like cell shaded blocky.
I didn't like that, how it looked like that. I don't know. Like,
Really?
when I saw that on the Xbox store or whatever, like, I just thought I thought they just, like, put an old Sonic game on there. And I was
No,
like,
they updated the graphics a bit, and then they also put in additional animations, and they revamped the soundtrack as well.
yeah, I've just never been a huge Sonic fan, I guess.
Yeah, I've never really loved Sonic. I remember playing it as a kid because my best friend growing up, he had a Sega, but we rarely played it because we shortly got like the Super Nintendo and 64 PlayStation like right after. So
I never had a Sega.
Really? I had a Sega and a Sega CD.
I was making a joke
Oh.
that I was Scotty's best friend, and
Oh.
you saying I had a Sega. But yeah, no, I never had a Sega. that part was true.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was most of what we saw from Nintendo this year, and they pleasantly surprised us.
mhm.
And there's also new amiibos out for all you amiibo lovers.
What else did you see that you liked, Melana?
Well, I watched the Ubisoft. and they showed Far Cry 5 gameplay. I know you weren't a huge fan of it, but I mean, it looks sweet. It looks really fun. It's more gritty. It's to the point. I mean, I can see why some people might get upset in the future when the game comes out, but it looks really cool.
No, it's guaranteed to upset people.
It already has.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't an issue that I had a problem with the gameplay and how it looked. It was that they started the trailer off by, the main villain or whatever in the church singing whatever Amazing Grace or whatever he was singing.
Yeah.
And that was creepy and I was gave you goosebumps and these guys are crazy. And then they put you in the eyes of the character that you're playing, and you kind of go through this bus, and it says it was a revolution bus, people that were going to try to fight this cult, and they're all getting killed, and it's super intense. And then boom, out of nowhere you just start shooting them, and then this music plays, getting all hyped, and these people come in on planes shooting people, and it's music's trying to get you all pumped up. It's just whoa, this just took a weird turn.
Yeah, and how they panned in each character too, it was kind of sitcom-y.
Yeah,
where they introduced us oh, the sniper, oh, the
dog,
yeah, the dog, the pilot, and then
the co-op.
Yeah, it was just that. That's a little weird. Yeah, I agree with Jared. The turn it took in tone definitely wasn't what I expected, nor what they should have done, because I felt the tone they started with at first was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just oh man, this is gonna be some real dark shit. It's gonna be super gritty. This is what Far Cry is gonna be. And this is awesome. And then they go and kind of basically ruin the trailer for me.
Yeah.
Not that I think that that'll ruin the game. It's just the trailer itself. It just didn't do it for me.
We got a date for South Park Fractured But Whole.
Oh yeah.
October 17th. I'm excited about that.
Did you watch the nightclub gameplay?
No.
Wait, there's gameplay out now? Oh well, I didn't see that actually.
Yeah. So basically, good old South Park fashion. Your main character and a couple of the other characters get roped into a strip club, and you're trying to find this stripper. So what you have to do is you have to give lap dances to the gentlemen in the club, and while you're doing that, you're farting on them, and and once you're finished, you just fart in their face. But in the process, you're turning the sticks, you're grinding on them, and it's just kind of it's a little weird because you're you're fourth grade kids in a nightclub, and it's just oh,
that's amazing.
This is getting weird, but you got to remember you're playing a South Park game, so anything goes.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to play it. They even announced the game for mobile, which I can't believe I mean, I hope that wasn't the reason why they delayed it, but.
No,
I'm sure completely different people
yeah.
working on that. But yes, South Park Phone Destroyer. That's what's come out this year also. But
yeah,
it was hard to tell kind of what it was. It looked like there may have been cards at the bottom. That was some sort of card game.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a card game, which I'm all about.
Yeah, I mean, I think either way it's going to be great, no matter what kind of game it is. So, and then Ubi finished with kind of a bomb drop that ended up falling a little bit flat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what that ended with?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah. So I remember somebody said on Twitter, if they end with Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'm going to eat my shoe. And then everyone was like, let's see the video.
That's great.
But yeah, that trailer was amazing.
The cinematic trailer looks really good.
Blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
And, at first we're like, what is this? I don't know what this is. I'm like, is it Beyond Good and Evil? Because I see the big guy, but then they started dropping F-bombs, and I'm like, oh, that's not really like the first, Beyond Good and Evil, so maybe this isn't. And then at the end, it just popped up, and I'm just like, wow. So yeah, so everyone got hyped for that. Everyone got excited for that. And then, the developers came out and asked for help to make the game.
Yeah, once I heard that, I'm just like, oh no. They're asking for help to make the game. What are they what kind of help are they getting? Are they getting at? Are they gonna try to crowdfund this game, or are they just trying to revamp the hype so that so that more investors like get behind it. It's real. They leave it so open ended.
This is literally the dumbest shit I've ever heard of, because they announced Beyond Good and Evil 2 back in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen anything since then, and that was supposed to be a sequel when they announced in 2008. And now this is going to be a prequel, which a lot of Beyond Good and Evil fans are frustrated with, because I didn't finish the first one, but apparently it ends on a cliffhanger and sets itself up for a sequel, and now they're doing a prequel, and I can imagine how frustrating that can be. But from how they were talking, and just from a couple people that I listened to that were able to get a tech demo of the game, because they did have like a tech demo that they showed very, very limited people at E3. It was not anything that's going to be in the game. Like the tech demo is everything that's just like is just like flying a ship around or something, and something that kind of compared different scale size ships. It sounds like they're gonna try to make this kind of like No Man's Sky, like this huge open space world that you can go to all these different planets. So I think that they already are setting the bar so high for what they're going to do and expectations. Like this game hasn't even been started. It's not started.
It's sad. It's sad to watch a game that was so hype. Probably we won't get in a long time.
I just can't believe that they did it again. That they're going to show this trailer for the game again when they showed it 9 years ago, and there was no game, and now they're going to show it again when there's still no game.
Yeah,
like it just blows my mind.
People are complaining about Kingdom Hearts.
at least Kingdom Hearts is dropping gameplay demos, like gameplay videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this Kingdom Hearts is much further along than this game is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fans of Beyond Good and Evil 2 were crying, and even when the developer was crying.
He came out on stage and started crying.
Started bawling.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, you should be crying when you give us a release date,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, I'm
In
so
the
happy
back
we're
of his
finally
mind.
done with this, or we're getting close to being done. It's like, I'm so happy that I get to show this to you. I don't know how far along we're gonna be yet.
we worked on this cinematic trailer for 10 years.
I don't think we're gonna see this at E3 for 3 to 4 more years.
Oh, easy.
At E3, and at that point, we still may either get another trailer or the first view of gameplay. I don't think it's coming out for 6 years.
I think it's gonna be longer
Maybe.
than that.
That's
5-6 years.
That's probably a good estimate. There's no way that this would come out within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, no
at
way.
all. Especially like with just showing a cinematic trailer, and then like when the guy was talking, if you looked at the background, he was just showing they're just showing concept art.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not a good sign.
The other thing I was excited for, Bethesda's conference, they showed 2 new games. Both of them were ones that a lot of people were expecting. I don't think they were really a surprise. Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfenstein 2 looks crazy.
Yeah, it does look really, really good.
I just remember like the one image where he walks into like the town, which seems like it's like, in America, and he just walks in. There's like KKK members just walking through the streets and stuff, and you're just like, whoa, like this is crazy, like you know what I mean. And both those games are coming out this year, and that's what I love about Bethesda. There's so many mixed feelings on Bethesda's press conference. A lot of people are just like, it was not good, like they didn't really show anything new or exciting or crazy, but every single thing they showed was stuff that is coming out this year, and Bethesda's getting in that habit, and I love that. I love going into E3 and I don't know what games are going to be coming out this fall, and I find out what games I'm going to be getting this year. So even though we are expecting it to be Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2, I'm totally okay with that, because that means that next year, they're going to announce another 1, 2, maybe 3. Bethesda's getting a really big, they're starting to grow all the, how many different developers they have under them, and, I can't really complain about anything Bethesda's doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, their presentation was pretty tight. Most of the games that they showed, if not, I think all the games that they showed all this year.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
all this year, which you can't say that for Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's great. That's what people hope and dream for all the other developers. It's just like, they show you a trailer and be like, coming this year.
Available today.
So I have one more game I want to talk about before we start kind of doing final thoughts and conclusions. So a game that they didn't show at a press conference, but kind of talked about after, was Crytek's new game, which is called Hunt Showdown. Have you guys seen anything on this yet?
I've not.
Nope.
So it's an online game. It's teams of 2. I haven't seen anything that says how many teams of 2 there are, but it looks like, from my thoughts, going to be 4, 5, 6-ish teams of 2. And it's kind of first-person shooter Monster Hunter. So you'll go. It's a very like dark, dreary looking game, but like the graphics are amazing. Obviously, like Crytek does a great job. All the Crysis looked amazing, and
Yeah.
so it looks beautiful in a very dark way. And as you're going through the level, there is a specific monster that you're trying to kill, and then pretty much you have to kill it and then do some sort of like disenchantment kind of thing on it, and then try to escape the level. So every team is trying to kill the same monster. So you have the option of either fighting these other teams of 2, like trying to kill them, or you can kind of just sneak around and try to get to the objective. So as you go around the map, and the map from what I saw looked pretty big, you collect clues, and once you get like 3 clues of where this monster is, then that's when it shows up on your map of where exactly it is, and then you can go there, and then that's when you're going to try to kill it. And what they showed in this gameplay demo, which you guys should check out, it's like 10 minutes, the monster they were trying to kill was a spider, like a big spider, and the thing moved so fast it scared the hell out of me. Like just watching it, like they go into this barn and they know the spider's in there. And there's also smaller enemies, kind of like Monster Hunter. There's like zombies and like weird, like, you know, things that are attacking you here and there, and you have the option to either try to kill them silently, or if you shoot, then the other teams might hear you and find you and try to kill you. But yeah, so they go into they kind of clear out all the smaller monsters around it, and they go into this barn, and this spider just starts bolting all over the barn, like moving so quick, like, and it was. And they have, you know, it looked like they had probably like 5 or 6 different kinds of weapons that they kind of flip through, like knives, guns, stuff like that. I think an arrow maybe too. But yeah, so the spider like gets on top of one of them, the other one shoots a spider off of them, and, you know, eventually they get and they kill it. And then once you kill the spider and you start the like disenchantment or whatever, I forgot the exact word they're using on it, it shows up on the map to all the other teams where you are.
Ooh.
So you have to wait. You have to wait there and pretty much guard it while it's being disenchanted or whatever, and then after they show him fighting the other enemies, killing them, and then after they do it, then they have to kind of get to the kind of like escape vehicle or horse-drawn carriage, whatever it is.
Horse-drawn carriage.
It's like an older looking game, like kind of like
Yeah.
a Van Helsing sort of thing.
Okay.
But that's what it looks like. But yeah, you have to get to it. Once you get out and escape, then you win that match. So
that's interesting.
I didn't really see too much about like if you kill all the other players you win or not, but it looks really fun. It looks really cool. You guys should check it out.
Cool. Yeah, definitely sounds cool. It definitely freaked me out, just your description of the spiders just jumping around.
Oh my, it's terrifying. And even the CAGcast was talking about it a little bit that I listened to, and they're like, that was the most memorable moment of E3 was watching this demo and the spider just terrifying the hell out of them. Like,
that's a big nope for me. That's for sure.
Yep.
So I'll definitely check it out. It sounds really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So based on everything we saw and everything we've talked about, who do you guys think won E3?
In my opinion, I think Nintendo won E3 this year, just because their presentation was tight. All the games, just the announcement of Pokemon coming to the Switch was enough to sell me. Metroid, they just announcement for that. Mario Odyssey looks fantastic, coming out this year. I'm a Fire Emblem guy, so the Fire Emblem Warriors, that looks really good to me too. It's just I think Nintendo just had it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely agree with you. I mean, there's not much to say because you literally took everything I was gonna say. But no, I completely agree with you. I am excited to see what Nintendo's gonna bring us.
I want to agree with you guys just because they completely surprised me, and I feel like that's part of the reason I want to say that they won is because no one really expected it. But the thing that frustrates me about it is that I don't like complimenting or giving credit to the companies that are showing us stuff that's not even close to coming out. And a lot of the stuff that I'm excited about that Nintendo showed isn't coming out this year, doesn't have release dates. Yeah, Mario looks great, but we already kind of knew that that's what we were going to see a lot of. And the only other one that I feel like is in competition is Sony, just because Microsoft didn't have any first-party games to show, whatever. But yeah, I mean, Sony, all of their big games aren't coming out this year either. So I guess I'll say Nintendo, and I'll agree with you, but I just want to say that I don't want to do that, but I'm going to.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So did Phil Spencer talk to you before you made this announcement?
I just said that Microsoft shouldn't get it.
Yeah.
But you should have just said Nintendo won.
I said I didn't want. No.
No, he's agreeing with us, but he's giving us reasons why they also shouldn't deserve it.
Yes.
All right.
So if you guys could take home any game from E3 that you saw this year, what would it be?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man for sure.
If it was a game that I could only take home for myself, it would be Spider-Man. If it was a game that could just come out, everyone would be available to get it, I might choose Anthem. It's a hard choice, but they both look amazing.
If you can choose a game to come out right now, available for everyone, I would definitely say Anthem, because it looks so good. Like, I am really excited.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're all kind of in agreement on a lot of things, E3. Definitely, another year behind us. So, I'm looking forward to next year.
Thanks, guys, for watching the 4th episode of the Quick Reload Cast.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And let us know what you're playing in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.